Welcome back, live from Just King's World on my hip hop ish. We present to you Dope Read. Dope Read is a collection of books that can elevate your mind and thoughts. Books from dope artists. The first couple of books we're going to present is from the hip hop community, but these books is meant to elevate your mind and elevate yourself to the next level. Right now, we are reading 2 Chainz' book, which is called The Voice in My Head is God. And we are on chapter 10. I appreciate you rocking with me. I appreciate everybody tuned in that's with us thus far. Definitely stay tuned with us some more. Chapter 10 is called Them By Rebranding. Titty Boy is the name I grew up with. That's what everybody called me, Titty Boy. My family called me Titty Boy because I'm an only child and grew up spoiled. It's some real country shit. Me and my mama had always been best friends. We always been connected at the hip. The people who really know me grew up calling me Tit, or Titty Baby, or Titty Boy. My pops used to call me Titty Man. It was my family's way of saying, boy, you stay on your mama's titty, or you always on your mama's hip. It was both endearing and making fun of our closeness. It's been with me my entire life. My close dogs or day ones call me Tit to this day. In the early 2000s when I signed with Ludacris and Disturbing the Peace, I didn't have a rap name. I went by my childhood name, Tit or Titty. That was my first name I rapped under, and I rapped under the name for a while. It was all cool until folks started looking at me crazy. I started to sense people taking the name the wrong way. When people would hear my rap name, especially women, I started sensing they assumed it had some sort of sexual connotation. Like I was just some kind of sexed up, horny rapper walking around grabbing women. I wanted to tell people, nah, it's just some country shit. There's just some bona fide neck bone and chitlin' southern type shit. It didn't have nothing to do with being freaky. Most of the rappers had more traditional rap names like MC this or Little That, Shorty this or Big That. My name wasn't traditional. It was southern and it was country. It came from the cracks of the apartment buildings we had lived in. It was straight from my granny's and pop's mouth. It came from trapping in the streets and being my mom's only son. It didn't have nothing to do with being a freaky nigga, but everything to do with being a real one. Looking back, I can now laugh thinking of a set of featuring a bunch of MCs with traditional rap names. Tonight we have a special show for all of you ladies and gentlemen. We have the MCs you've been wanting to hear. We'll get the show started with MC Fireman. He knows how to set the stage on fire. And then after that, we'll turn it up a notch with Little Go Getter. If you heard his single I Go Get It, then you know you're in for a real treat. But that's not where the entertainment ends. We'll be taking it even further with Shorty Rock the Mic, one of the coldest bar spitters in the game. Then my name is mentioned. And just when you think the ride can't get any doper, Titty Boy will be here to take us home. Yeah, I guess I can understand how that might have thrown some people off. Probably had people like, what in the pornography is going on here? But it is what it is. It was what it was. I can laugh at it now. My childhood name was Titty Boy. Everybody who known me from the jump, that'll always be my name. 2 Chainz just kind of fell into my lap, almost like a spiritual thing that just came to me. For the life of me, I can't remember my verse, but at some point I said something like Titty 2 Chainz. From then on, the name just started to have a life of its own. It became a momentum, an energy that just kept on growing. Isn't that how a lot of great ideas manifest? They come almost like accidents. Sometimes you're just saying some shit, and before you know it, it becomes more significant than you intended, than you could have imagined. They say God speaks to us all. When you're properly aligned, you hardly realize when the divine inspiration is flowing through you. Incredible things can just seem ordinary in the moment. I'm still surprised at how 2 Chainz has become some shit that has stuck and built itself out. The name have represented both our journey and my growth. I think of it as one chain representing who I currently am and the other chain representing who I aspire to be. For a long time, since the 90s, I had one chain tatted on me, but God eventually gave me the moment attached to the name. He literally gave it to me. I can't tell you the day, the time, and exactly how it happened. All I know is it fell in my lap, and I'm grateful for it. I remember one day just deciding to go by the name and started telling people on the scene to call me 2 Chainz. I started telling DJs to introduce me as 2 Chainz. The rest is really kind of, as they say, history. The people most close to me still call me Tit, and some of my closest friends in the industry, Lil Wayne, calls me Tit because we've been rocking since way back in the day. I recently started to become known as Tony. You hear me referring to myself as Tony in more recent records. Tony is an expansion of 2 Chainz and a part of my branding. Here's some game for you. If you're involved in any kind of business, then you should always think through a business lens. An important pillar of business is knowing how to effectively rebrand your business every 3 to 5 years. You might see it happen with your favorite club or restaurant. The name and makeup might change, but the ownership and overall vibe could be the same. People get tired of the same brand and branding. It can get stale. You should stay thinking of ways to keep your brand fresh. More on game later. I am a walking business, a walking brand. The name Tony came from my old studio, 5540 Old National. Our whole trap calling each other Tony. Tony was like another name for cocaine. Think Tony Montana. We were all different. We were all different variations of Tony. Black Tony, Big Tony, Little Tony. That name from way back has always kind of stuck. Even to this day, Tony represents an aspect of my business and personal maturation. I'm grown and will forever walk in every sacred name God has given me. Titty Boy, Titty Man, Hair Weave Killer, Danielson, The Necklace Dawn, Band Tony, Bantonio, 2 Chainz, and Tony from the motherfucking Apartments. That's the end of chapter 10. Chapter 10 was very short and sweet. Chapter 10 was all about rebranding, talking about all the names that 2 Chainz went by. Titty Boy, the 2 Chainz, and Tony now. What y'all think about the names? I think he definitely dropped some game on rebranding yourself. If you got a brand out there, it's definitely essential to every so often rebrand yourself. Give the people something different to look up to. Let us know what you think about this chapter. You made it this far. Make sure you leave a fire down in the comments. Make sure you leave your thoughts. We off to the next one.